Ladies, let me tell you something men are watching. Not in a creepy way, not in a way to judge, but in a way that sees you beyond what you think is noticeable. You believe we only see the obvious, the hair, the dress, the heels. But it's the little things, the moments in between that stay with us. Confidence is a language without words. It's the way someone walks into a room, the way they carry themselves, the energy they radiate before they even open their mouth. It's the unspoken assurance that they belong, that they are comfortable in their own skin. And just as confidence speaks, so does insecurity, only louder. People often think confidence is about having the perfect look, the right words, or being the loudest in the room. But real confidence isn't about volume, it's about presence. It's quiet, steady belief in oneself, the ability to exist without seeking validation. When a person moves with confidence, others feel it. They don't need to announce it, they don't need to prove it, it simply is. Insecurity, on the other hand, does the opposite. It begs for attention in ways that often go unnoticed by the person feeling it, but are glaringly obvious to those around them. It's in the restless movements, the nervous laughter, the way someone adjusts their clothes too often or hesitates before speaking. It's the way they seek approval in small, subtle ways, glancing around to see if anyone is watching, over-explaining their choices, or constantly apologizing for things that don't need an apology. A confident person doesn't need permission to take up space. They don't shrink themselves to make others comfortable. They understand that their presence is enough, that they don't have to earn the right to be seen or heard. Insecurity, though, tries to negotiate that space. It hesitates before stepping forward. It questions whether it deserves to be there at all. Men and women alike notice confidence because it's rare, and they notice insecurity because it's even more common. The way someone carries themselves can change the way they are perceived before they ever say a word. A person who walks with their head high, shoulders back, and an easy, natural stride commands attention without asking for it. Someone who fidgets, slouches, or keeps adjusting themselves draws a different kind of attention, the kind that signals uncertainty. The difference between confidence and insecurity isn't about being perfect, it's about trust in oneself. Confident people trust their own thoughts, their own value, their own presence. They don't need to be the best at everything, and they don't fall apart when they make mistakes. Insecure people, on the other hand, second-guess themselves at every turn. They overanalyze how others perceive them, worrying about whether they said the right thing, wore the right outfit, or made the right impression. And the truth is, people notice, not in a way that they judge, but in a way that they feel. Confidence makes people feel at ease. It makes them want to be around you, listen to you, and respect you. Insecurity, on the other hand, can create discomfort, not because people are cruel, but because they can sense the uncertainty. What's interesting is that confidence isn't about knowing everything or having all the answers. It's about being okay even when you don't. It's about embracing imperfection, standing firm even in uncertainty, and not allowing doubt to dictate your movements. Insecure people often think they have to hide their flaws, that they have to present a perfect version of themselves to be accepted. But the irony is, confidence isn't about perfection at all. It's about owning who you are, flaws and all. When someone walks into a room full of self-doubt, it shows. It's in their hesitation, their reluctance to make eye contact, the way they hover on the edges rather than stepping forward. But when someone enters with quiet confidence, it's magnetic. It's not arrogance, not boasting, not the need to dominate. It's simply the assurance that they are enough as they are. And that is something no one can ignore. A genuine smile is one of the most powerful forms of communication. It transcends words, crosses cultural barriers, and carries an energy that can shift the entire atmosphere of a room. It is a silent yet undeniable force that draws people in, makes them feel at ease, and leaves a lasting impression. Unlike forced or polite smiles, which are given out of obligation or social etiquette, a real smile is effortless, unfiltered, and impossible to fake. It reflects a moment of pure emotion, joy, amusement, warmth, or connection, making it one of the most attractive and memorable expressions a person can wear. People often underestimate just how much a smile can reveal. A real smile doesn't just stop at the lips, it reaches the eyes, lights up the face, and carries a depth that artificial smiles never do. It's the difference between a rehearsed reaction and an unguarded moment of happiness. And people notice. A genuine smile has a contagious quality and makes those around you feel more comfortable, more seen, and more willing to engage. It's a silent invitation that says, I am open, I am present, and I am here in this moment. What makes a genuine smile so powerful is its ability to create an immediate and authentic connection. In a world where so many interactions are guarded or transactional, sincerity stands out. When someone smiles from the heart, it disarms tension, breaks down walls, and makes people feel safe. It communicates warmth without a single word, telling others they are welcomed and valued. That is why people gravitate toward those who smile with sincerity. It's a subconscious recognition of something real in a world full of pretense. There is also something deeply attractive about a smile that isn't forced or calculated. It isn't about perfection. It isn't about having flawless teeth or the right angle for a photo. A beautiful smile isn't about symmetry or aesthetics. It's about energy. It's about the kind of joy that can't be faked, the kind of happiness that seeps through even when someone isn't trying. That's why people remember a genuine smile long after they've forgotten what a person was wearing or what they said. It leaves an imprint, a feeling, an emotion that lingers. A genuine smile cannot be manufactured. It's not something that can be forced or replicated on command. It comes naturally in moments of real emotion, and that's what makes it special. That's why people can instantly tell the difference between a polite smile given out of obligation and one that comes from within. A forced smile is easy to detect. It's mechanical, calculated, and lacks the energy that makes real smiles so powerful. A genuine smile, on the other hand, carries a warmth that is undeniable. It's in the way the eyes soften, the way the entire face comes alive, the way it effortlessly communicates emotions without a single word. Perhaps the most remarkable thing about a genuine smile is the way it affects not just others, but the person smiling as well. Smiling, even in difficult moments, has been shown to lift mood, ease stress, and bring a sense of positivity. It's a reflection of inner peace, of gratitude, of finding light even in the smallest things. A genuine smile is a reminder that happiness isn't just something we experience, it's something we share. It has the ability to turn a bad day around, to shift the energy in a conversation, and to leave a lasting impact on someone who may have needed it more than they let on. The beauty of a real smile is that it doesn't require effort, wealth, or status. It's available to everyone, and yet it is one of the rarest and most valuable things a person can offer. When it's real, it has the power to uplift, to connect, and to be remembered long after everything else fades. The way a person treats others is one of the clearest reflections of who they truly are. It's not just about how they interact with people they admire or want something from. It's about how they treat everyone, especially those who can do nothing for them. Character isn't built in grand moments. It's revealed in small, everyday interactions. The way someone speaks to a waiter, how they acknowledge a janitor, or whether they show patience with a stranger says far more than any words they use to describe themselves. People often think that charm, beauty, or intelligence are what make a lasting impression, but the truth is, kindness leaves a deeper mark. It's easy to put on a smile in social situations that benefit us, but real authenticity is shown when there's nothing to gain. The smallest gestures, a simple thank you, holding a door open, or treating everyone with equal respect speak volumes about a person's values. There's a difference between someone who is kind because it's convenient and someone who is kind because that's who they are. The most telling moments often happen when people think no one is watching. A person who treats a friend with warmth but speaks down to a service worker isn't genuinely kind, they're selective. True kindness is consistent. It doesn't shift based on status, position, or what someone has to offer. It is present in every interaction, from the closest relationships to the briefest encounters. It's in the way someone listens, the patience they show, and the effort they make to make others feel seen and valued. Respect isn't just about big actions, it's in the details. It's in whether someone interrupts when others speak, whether they roll their eyes in frustration, or whether they dismiss people as unimportant. These small behaviors create an atmosphere shaping how others feel in their presence. Someone who speaks with arrogance or belittles others might not realize how obvious their behavior is, but people notice. They may not always say it, but they feel it. And over time, those feelings shape reputations and relationships in ways that words never could. One of the most attractive qualities a person can have is the ability to make others feel comfortable and valued. Confidence without compassion can come across as arrogance, and intelligence without kindness can feel cold. But when someone balances self-assurance with genuine warmth, it's unforgettable. There's a different kind of beauty in someone who makes everyone in the room feel included, who acknowledges the quiet voices in the conversation, and who makes an effort to understand rather than just be heard. It's easy to be kind when everything is going well, but real character is tested in moments of frustration, inconvenience, or disagreement. Does someone lash out when things don't go their way? Do they lose their patience over minor inconveniences? Do they hold grudges and seek revenge over small slights? These moments reveal more than any rehearsed words ever could. Grace under pressure is one of the strongest indicators of maturity, and the ability to remain kind even when upset shows true emotional strength. People may forget what you wore, what you said, or even what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. The impression left by genuine kindness lasts far beyond the moment. It creates an invisible but powerful connection that lingers. People are drawn to those who make them feel respected, heard, and valued. That's why the way someone treats others isn't just a reflection of who they are, it's a lasting part of their legacy. People often assume that the only things others notice about their appearance are the big, obvious details: an entirely new outfit, a drastic haircut, or a bold change in style. But the truth is, it's the subtle changes that stand out the most. The small details, the ones that may seem insignificant, are often the ones that get noticed first. A little more confidence in the way someone carries themselves, a slight shift in the way they style their hair, the glow that comes from taking care of themselves, these are the things that draw attention without even trying. It's not even about what changed, but about the energy that comes with it. A person who feels good about themselves walks differently, smiles differently, and engages with the world in a way that naturally attracts attention. Maybe it's a new shade of lipstick, a sharper haircut, or the way they've started standing a little taller. People may not always be able to put their finger on exactly what's different, but they can feel it. The aura shifts, and that shift is noticeable. There's something captivating about someone who makes the effort to take care of themselves, even in small ways. A subtle glow from better sleep, a little extra shine in the hair, or the fresh look that comes from a new skincare routine. These things don't scream for attention, but they create an undeniable presence. It's never just about the physical changes, but about what those changes represent. They show effort, care, and an investment in oneself, and that energy doesn't go unnoticed. Even the smallest style choices can have a lasting effect. A slightly different way of dressing, a new way of accessorizing, or the confidence that comes with feeling good in one's own skin, these things matter. A person who takes the time to refine their appearance, even in the smallest ways, sends an unspoken message about their self-worth. And people pick up on that, whether they realize it or not. It's also interesting how these changes affect the way others interact. Someone who looks refreshed, well-dressed, or simply more put together often commands a different level of respect and attention, not because of vanity, but because how a person presents themselves influences how others perceive them. The world responds to confidence, and even the smallest enhancements in appearance can amplify that confidence. What's most fascinating is how often people underestimate just how much others notice. A slight shift in posture, a different scent, or even a subtle change in how someone carries themselves. These things leave an impression. People might not always mention it, but they do take note. It's not always about impressing others, but about the unspoken communication that happens through self-presentment. The way someone appears is, in many ways, an introduction before they even say a word. The most powerful changes are the ones that come from within. When someone starts feeling better, whether it's through small lifestyle changes, improved self-care, or even a change in mindset, it shows. There's an ease in their movements, a confidence in their presence, and a quiet strength in how they carry themselves. And while they may think no one notices, the truth is, those changes speak louder than words. Body language speaks before words ever do. It's an unfiltered, honest reflection of what someone is feeling, thinking, or trying to hide. Long before a conversation begins, body language sets the tone, revealing confidence, nervousness, attraction, disinterest, or even discomfort. It's a silent but powerful force that influences how people are perceived, how they make others feel, and the kind of energy they bring into a room. Eye contact, for example, is one of the most telling signs of presence and confidence. A steady gaze signals engagement, self-assurance, and sincerity. Someone who meets another's eyes directly without hesitation gives off an air of certainty and openness. But when eyes dart away too quickly, shift nervously, or avoid contact altogether, it sends a different message. Hesitation, insecurity, or even dishonesty. The difference between a confident gaze and an uncertain glance is subtle but deeply felt, shaping first impressions in an instant. Posture is another key element. A person who stands tall, with shoulders back and head held high, naturally commands attention. There's a quiet strength in someone who carries themselves with purpose, as if they belong wherever they are. Slouched shoulders, arms wrapped tightly around the body, or constant fidgeting, on the other hand, can signal uncertainty or discomfort. Even without a single spoken word, posture reveals whether someone is embracing the moment or trying to shrink away from it. And the way someone moves also tells a story. Slow, deliberate movements suggest confidence and control, while rushed or jittery actions can expose nervousness. A person who walks into a room with a steady stride, without hesitation or awkwardness, naturally draws attention. Movement that is too forced or overly exaggerated, however, can come across as trying too hard, as if seeking approval rather than owning the space. Every movement, from the way a person leans in when they're interested to how they cross their arms when they're closed off, speaks volumes about their state of mind. Hand gestures and facial expressions are just as revealing. A warm, relaxed expression invites conversation, while a tight-lipped smile or furrowed brows can create distance. Subtle things, like tilting the head while listening, show curiosity and engagement. Playing with hair, touching the face, or adjusting clothing can sometimes be signs of nervousness or attraction, depending on the context. Even the way someone holds their hands, whether open and expressive or clenched and withdrawn, adds another layer to what they're communicating without words. Personal space and proximity also play a crucial role. The distance someone keeps when speaking to another person reflects their level of comfort. Standing too far away can signal disinterest or discomfort, while stepping too close without invitation can feel intrusive. The balance between maintaining personal space and closing the gap at the right moments can make interactions feel either natural or awkward. The way someone interacts physically, whether through light, natural touches during conversation, or by keeping a strict boundary, adds depth to what's being said, whether consciously or subconsciously. Even small shifts in body language are noticed more than people realize. A quick glance, a slight lean forward, a change in posture when someone walks into the room. These details may seem insignificant, but are constantly being read and interpreted by those around them. People may not always be aware they're noticing these things, but they feel them. It's why confidence is magnetic and uncertainty is noticeable. It's why some people command attention without speaking, and why others struggle to be heard even when they try. Body language is an unspoken conversation happening at all times. It reflects true emotions, often more honestly than words ever could. The way someone presents themselves physically shapes how they are perceived, how others respond to them, and the kind of presence they leave behind. Passion and ambition are forces that separate those who simply exist from those who truly live. They ignite a fire within, pushing people beyond limitations, beyond obstacles, and beyond comfort zones. They are the difference between settling for what is and striving for what could be. A person driven by passion radiates an energy that is impossible to ignore. Their enthusiasm is contagious. Their determination is inspiring, and their hunger for more fuels everything they do. Passion is not just about having a dream. It is about the relentless pursuit of something meaningful. It is the thing that keeps someone awake at night, thinking, planning, and visualizing the next step. It is what makes them wake up in the morning with a sense of purpose, ready to attack the day. Passion is not passive. It demands action. It is seen in the late nights spent perfecting a craft, in the extra effort given when no one is watching, in the sacrifices made because settling is simply not an option. Ambition is passion in motion. It is the ability to turn desire into discipline, to take ideas and make them reality. Ambition does not wait for the right moment. It creates the moment. It does not seek permission. It takes action. A person with ambition does not just talk about what they want to do, they do it. They understand that talent alone is not enough, that potential means nothing without effort, and that dreams remain dreams unless they are chased with everything they have. There is an undeniable power in someone who has both passion and ambition. They command attention without trying. Their presence is electrifying because they carry an intensity that is rare. They are not distracted by doubt or fear because their vision is stronger than their hesitation. They do not waste time seeking approval or waiting for circumstances to be perfect. They know that success is not given, it is earned through hard work, resilience, and an unshakable belief in their purpose. People with passion and ambition are often misunderstood. They are called obsessive, relentless, or even unrealistic. But that is because their mindset is different. They do not accept mediocrity. They do not play small. They do not settle for what is easy when they know greatness lies in what is difficult. They are willing to push through exhaustion, rejection, and failure because they understand that every setback is just another step towards success. The world does not remember the indifferent, the passive, or the unmotivated. It remembers those who dare to dream big and chase those dreams with everything they had. Passionate and ambitious people are the ones who change industries, break barriers, and leave legacies. They do not just follow trends, they set them. They do not wait for opportunities, they create them. Their fire burns too brightly to be ignored, and their presence is too strong to be overlooked. Passion and ambition are not just about personal success. They inspire others. They show people what is possible when someone commits fully to their vision. They make others believe in themselves, pushing them to chase their own dreams with the same intensity. True passion and ambition are not selfish. They uplift, they challenge, and they motivate. Not everyone understands the drive of an ambitious person. Not everyone sees the vision that fuels their passion, but that does not matter. The truly passionate and ambitious do not need validation. They are too busy building, creating, and proving that anything is possible for those who refuse to give up. They know that the road to greatness is never easy, but they would not have it any other way. Passion and ambition are the fuel that turn dreams into reality. They separate those who merely wish from those who relentlessly pursue. True success is never handed out. It is earned through dedication, resilience, and an unshakable belief in one's purpose. The world may doubt, obstacles may arise, and setbacks may test patience. But those who are truly driven never stop. They do not wait for the perfect moment, they create it. They do not settle for mediocrity, they strive for excellence. And in doing so, they not only achieve greatness, but also inspire others to rise, push forward, and chase their own dreams with the same relentless determination.